Hey guys, Penny here from Monaco Nail Academy. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to do a super simple ombre combined with line work for a stunning nail art design. I'm recreating this design by Adore Dolls Parlour. For the base, I've chosen to start with Artistic Colour Gloss in Graceful. I've chosen it because out of it and Always Right, which is the other colour that I'm going to be using, Graceful is the lighter one. It's easier to cover Graceful with Always Right than the other way round. I've cured this first layer for the normal 30 seconds and then I'm going to come back in with a second layer on only 1/2. You don't have to be super accurate with the middle or down the base or anything like that. You just have to be accurate with not getting it on the skin, getting that nice cuticle line. I'm then going to bring in Always Right. I haven't cured the Graceful at all yet. I'm just pulling Always Right down one side. You will get a tiny bit of product on your brush, but honestly, I'm putting mine straight back in the bottle. No one will ever notice. Next, I'm going to take a design brush and just dab down the center to start the blur between the two colors, which won't really happen until the second coat. While this is curing, pop into the comments and tell me the two colors you would love to see ombreed in the background. With that layer fully cured, I'm going to come back in with Graceful and with Always Right. For Graceful, this is the third coat. For Always Right, just the second. And again, I'm coming in with my design brush to blur the two together. This isn't so much an ombre. An ombre, I feel like you shouldn't be able to tell where one starts and the other stops, and I tend to do ombres with pigments so that I can get that fade really subtle, but it is definitely a blurring between the two colors. And luckily, when working with gel polish, the gel will do half the work for you. Gel is self-settling, so once we have dabbed and got the two colors mixing, they will sort of just settle into each other. After 10 to 15 seconds of allowing the colors to settle, we will cure the base and move on to the design work. In terms of cleaning the brush, all I'm going to do is run it through a dry, clean nail wipe to get any residue off the outside, but there really shouldn't be that much. We didn't work the product into the brush in a way that it will need a full cleaning. If you want this surface to be 100% completely even for painting the line work on top, then you could do a layer of correction gel or something similar, a thick viscosity soak-off gel coat that is clear and just able to level out that surface. I'm not going to bother with correction gel today, I'm just going to go straight in with my line work. I would normally do most of my line work with water-based acrylic paint. That's my preference, it's just a personal preference, but for this design we want to be able to blend those wider sort of stars at some points, and gel polish is going to work better for that. So I'm going to start with 2 vertical lines at the 1/4 and 3/4 marks of the nail. I'm going to completely load my brush so that it's full of gel polish. Make sure I've got no ball of polish on the end, and then just run in with my line. If you're not happy with any part of the line, you can come back in with that same design brush from before and just clean up and thin out the line before curing. Next, the horizontal lines. These just need to be spaced the same distance apart that the vertical lines were. So you can put the first one wherever you like. And I've cured the vertical ones. I cannot smudge them now, so I can clean up my horizontal lines to my heart's content and will not impact the vertical ones. They are done and dusted. So wherever that first line lands, you now need to go this distance away from it for the next line. So you can mark it out and then come back in and do your line work. The next step for me after curing those horizontal lines will be the petal shapes. If you've done our online course, The Art of Fine Lines, then this is basically all steps from the bow tutorial, just put in different places. Pick a spot, any spot, and just pull a petal out from that corner, from where two lines meet. The petal shapes will continue in a diagonal from that point, so they all face the same way in a diagonal line. From the original dot that you chose, now fill out the petals to the right and left, and if you've got space you can continue them across that line as well. So if your dot had more squares out this way or this way, the petals would follow in the same direction. Alright, moving over, we have this dot here as well where we have got two lots of petals, so we can go in and put the petals facing the other way for this one. And as always, they continue in a line from that spot, which now gives us another center so that we can put some in. And as always, if it continues, then you continue on. That gives us another center. You can see how it goes. It's not too difficult to continue the pattern. The center of each flower arrangement gets a big ass dot. That's pretty simple. We can go and do that straight away. The ones between get the dot, but that dot then stretches to each part of the cross that it's on. So you're just looking for where lines cross and there is no dot. If you go through and do all the dots for the flower arrangements first, it's much easier to work out where these guys go. You'll also see that they follow a pattern: floral center, star, floral center, star, and the opposite next to it, so star, floral center, which might help you work out the pattern as well. With all of that cured, I am going to use a layer of artistic correction gel just to even out the entire surface. The correction gel will self-settle in a thicker manner than any of the top coats, and so we will end up with just a smooth, level surface for our top coat to sit on. And then glossing gel is my top coat of choice. I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I think I would actually really happily wear a full set of just this pattern. I love to create videos based on your requests, so feel free to send one through to me on our Instagram at Monaco Nail Academy or the same address on Facebook. Before you disappear, give us a like or a follow. It really supports what we're trying to do with this channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys in another video.